PNC near you. Our newest location is in North OKC at Penn and Memorial next to Five Guys.
Well, we're ready to roll, and Nicole May rocks and fires. The first pitch is in for a strike. A good 5 minutes earlier than the scheduled start time. We'll take it. As Piper Randolph, the left-handed hitting center fielder, waits on the 0-1. Here it comes, bounced up the middle. Cut off by Lyons, throws to first. She got her. What a defensive start for Grace Lyons on a bouncer that looked destined for center field. She cuts it off and throws out Randolph. All right, here's what the Sooner defense looks like. Obviously, Nicole May in the circle. Kinsey Hansen behind home plate. Taylon Snow at first. Tiare Jennings at second with Grace Lyons at short. And Gianna Johns at third. Ciara Trahan digs in, takes the first pitch high to the lefty for ball one. In left field is Alyssa Brito today. Jada Coleman out in center, and Lou Donahue gets the start in right. The 1-0 couldn't check her swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nicole May gets the start for the Sooners. She's 2-0 on the season with a 0 ERA. 12 and a third innings, 3 hits, 21 strikeouts, just 4 walks. The 1-1 couldn't check her swing. Oh, maybe she did on a pitch outside. They checked with the third base umpire. And Lamont Martin says she did not go. Our pregame interview with Patty Gasso brought to you by the Oklahoma Education Association. Be an educator, making that difference. Passion and perseverance. It's what we do. The 2-1 is grounded to short. A little easier for Lyons, who tosses over to first for the second out of the inning. Putting education first, that's the Oklahoma Education Association. Thanks for joining us for the Sooners softball pregame show, which we unexpectedly had to really hustle through. In fact, we owe you a break at some point. Sooner softball pregame show brought to you by Schwab Meat, the official hot dog and brat partner of OU softball. First pitch to the third baseman, Sarah Vanderford, is fouled back. First pitch was scheduled for 10 a.m. We got going at 9:55. Texas State has a game after this against Houston. Sooners have a flight back to Norman later this afternoon. The 0-1, just a little low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Today's game day weather presented by the Trails Golf Club in Norman, where we and you'll experience everything you love about golf and more. It's overcast this morning, 59 degrees, partly cloudy. The 1-1 pitch is up high, 2-1. There is a slight chance of rain, but that increases during the overnight hours. Hopefully we'll be long gone by then. A little bit of a chilly wind moving across the field as a 2-1, swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. From the east at 9 miles an hour. It is not been the typical Houston weekend weather-wise. The 2-2, swing and a miss, inning over. A quick 1-2-3, top of the first, and Nicole May with the strikeout to set down the Bobcats. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Oklahoma and Texas State are scoreless. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
OU Athletics.
Patty Gasso in a smooth-looking white pullover makes her way down to the third base coach's box in her 28th season. Scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. Tiare Jennings leads it off. First pitch is up high from Jessica Mullins. Mullins comes into today's game at 1-1 on the season. Struck out 18, walked 4 in 10 2/3. The 1-0, a little out. 2 balls and no strikes. Mullins came in last night in the 8-2 win over Houston. Pitched 3 2/3, struck out 7, allowing 4 hits and an unearned run. The 2-0 pitch is a little up, ball 3. We're going to have a tight zone today. Did throw 70 pitches. Texas State Played its first 2 games in this Houston Classic this weekend and won them both. The 3-0 is up high, ball 4. Here's Jada Coleman. Quickly, let's run through the OU College professional and continuing studies starting lineup. That's Jennings leading off, walking down to first. Jada Coleman batting second in center field. Jocelyn Allo in the 3-hole is the DP. Jana Johns cleanup again today at third base. Kinsey Hansen behind the plate, batting 5th. Taylor Snow batting 6th at first base with Grace Lyons in the 7-hole. Short Alyssa Brito getting the start in left, batting 8th. Lou Donahue batting 9th. First pitch to Jada Coleman is low for a ball, and Jessica Mullins can't believe it. A smile on her face as she is almost incredulous at the first 5 pitches. Good group of Texas State fans that have made the trek here. A relatively short trip for them to Houston as the 1-0 is up high. 2-0. Don't think you can complain about that. And the catcher, Kaylin Rogers, is going to make her way to the circle and have a quick conversation with Jessica Mullins. In fact, that quick conversation with Jessica Mullins is followed up by Ricky Woodard walking out to have a few words with the home plate umpire. Our umpire introductions today brought to you by Century Roofing, on guard for Oklahoma. That's Beldemar Guerrera behind home plate. Haven't had him as a home plate ump yet this weekend. Jason Jones over at first, and Lamont Martin at third, though he is positioned behind second base with Jennings at first and nobody out. Meeting's over. Coleman digs back in. Here's the 2-0. In for a strike, 2-1. Look at the Bronx cheer from the Texas State fans. Just so you know, we are positioned right in the heart of Bobcat Nation here. San Marcos, Texas. 2-1 is outside. A runner goes. The throw down is in time, and they get Tiare Jennings trying to steal. 2 balls and a strike. Tiare Jennings thrown out, trying to steal second base. For the Sooners this season, that is the 3rd time they've had a runner caught stealing. The count moves to 3-1 to Coleman on that 2-1 ball that was up. Here's the 3-1 pitch, ball 4. Oh, Coleman was halfway down to first base when the strike was called. San Marcos, Texas, where Texas State is located, about a 2.5-hour drive to Houston. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, ball 4. I don't know if you can tell, but the Texas State fans did not like that call, nor did head coach Ricky Woodard, who comes out of the dugout, is standing in what would be the on-deck circle, and now that got the attention of Beldemar Guerrera, who is coming over to say something to her. The pitching coach, Paige McDuffie, stands on that top step. It was a good pitch. I mean, listen, I don't know what else to say except that Jocelyn Allo steps to the plate with a shot at history, and she takes the first pitch low for a ball. It was a tough pitch to take, but Coleman took it and is standing on first. 1 ball, no strikes to Allo with Coleman at first. The pitch. That's gone! Hello, history! Jocelyn Allo launches one over the batter's eye for number 95. They are mobbing her at home plate as she flies in. And an absolute bomb. Hello, history. Jocelyn Allo has tied Lauren Chamberlain for the most career home runs in the history of college softball. And it doesn't get much more impressive than that. The Sooner fans down the third baseline are standing and applauding. And how about that? as a start to this game. 2-zip Sooners as Jocelyn Alo has hit career home run number 95, and in the process has become the all-time career leader in RBI in Oklahoma Sooner softball history. 256 career RBI. Wow. Here's Jana Johns. First pitch high, ball one. You had a feeling with the way things were going yesterday that there was a chance at history here today. And Alo has delivered as the 1-0 pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. Jana Johns hitting .455 on the season. That ball bounces well before the plate. Well before the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Well, it didn't take long. 2 batters in for Jocelyn Alo. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. Lifted foul down the right side. In play, though, for Elder, who ranges over the first baseman and makes the catch. 2 away. There's Kinsey Hansen. If you had the 10th game of the season on your bingo board as the moment when Lowe would tie, when Jocelyn would tie Lowe, you got it. Here's the first pitch to Hansen. A little off speed, falls in for a strike. Kinsey Hansen, 6 RBI on the season. She's 10 for 22 with a .455 average. Number 10 hits, 5 of those extra base hits, 3 doubles, a couple home runs for the Sooner catcher. Takes this one up and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kinsey had a really good second game here yesterday. In fact, stop me if you've heard me say this, she's had a really nice start to the season. She takes the 1-1 pitch for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-zip Sooners on the 95th home run in the career of Jocelyn Alo. The 1-2. Hansen pokes it foul to stay alive. Fifth game of the weekend for the Sooners. They've jumped out in front in the first inning in every game. Here's the 1-2. Lifted foul down the right side. That's going to get out of play. Jocelyn Alo had 2 home runs heading into this weekend. She's now hit 5 in 2 days. Unbelievable. Here's the 1-2 to Hansen. Ground ball, hard hit to short. Bobble dropped by Earls. No play at first. That'll probably be ruled an error. And Hansen is aboard on the E6, and here's Taylon Snow. Those are the kind of opportunities that historically Oklahoma has made you pay for. Nieners has had a nice start to her season and takes the first pitch for a strike. Sooners put a run on the board in the first game against McNeese State. Here's a fly ball deep to center field. This has a chance, and it's gone! Taylon Snow lifts one over the center field wall. And her first bomb of the season makes it 4-zip Sooners in the bottom of the first inning. And for the Oklahoma Sooners as a team, the 23rd home run already of the season. Here's Grace Lyons. That ball just carried and carried and carried to center field, and it got out of here. First pitch swinging, Lyons grounds it to third. The throw across is online and in time and gets her. But what a start for the Oklahoma Sooners. They send 7 batters to the plate. Both hits are home runs. And as we head to the second, it's Oklahoma 4, Texas State 0. The Sooners put 4 on the board in the first against Houston, 4 on the board against McNeese State in the first, 3 yesterday against Houston, and now 4 today. Unbelievable. As the first pitch here in the bottom of the first inning to Anna Jones is low for a ball. Nicole May back to work for Zip Sooners. The 1-0. There's a base hit into right field. Past Tiare Jennings at second base. Anna Jones, the DP, is aboard. "16 first-inning runs for the Sooners in the 5 games in this series." Here's Caitlin Rogers, the catcher. It says something about where this pitching staff is when a hit gets everyone excited. The first pitch is in for a strike to Rogers. That was a strike. Don't know how you can get mad at the umpire about that, but here we are. Jones hasn't attempted a stolen base yet this season. As the 0-1 pitch is high, 1-1. The A&M transfer, Danny Elder, waits on deck. One ball, one strike. The pitch, low, 2 balls and a strike. 4 Zip Sooners. If you're just tuning in, Jocelyn Allo has hit career home run number 95 to tie Lauren Chamberlain's record. The next home run will crown a new queen in college softball history for career home runs. The 2-1, a little out, 3 balls and a strike. Nicole Mays pitched herself into a little adversity here in the top half of the second inning. Leadoff single for Anna Jones, and now she's fallen behind Caitlin Rogers. 3 balls and a strike. A long look into the dugout. She's ready. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hit her. No, it hit the bat. It caught the handle of the bat. Caitlin Rogers shakes her head in disbelief as the count will run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hits that bottom part of the bat as she was trying to get out of the way. Tough break. See if May can take advantage of it. Here's the 3-2 pitch from May. Lifted deep to left field. Brito racing back at the wall, reaches up and makes the catch. Runner tags on her way to second. Oh, they almost got it. Sliding in safely is Anna Jones. That ball carried deep to left field, but Alyssa Brito had it the whole way. Reached up and made the catch, and as he crashed against the wall, Anna Jones tagged, and they nearly threw her out of second base. Here's Caitlin Rogers, 1 away. Pardon me, Danny Elder. Didn't write down my fly out to left field. Danny Elder, who has taken over at first base, takes the first pitch a little low for ball 1. Elder, well, time is called as Jen Rocha walks out to the circle to have a quick conversation with Nicole May. May has seemed a little uncomfortable with a couple of the calls, or maybe it's where her pitch call sheet is located. She's got it taken care of now as our first circle visit for the Sooners, brought to you by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Danny Elder, the Texas A&M transfer out of League City, Texas. Clear Springs. Impressive right-handed hitter. Well, I say the meeting is over. Jen Rocha walks back and talks to the infield. Now she's sprinting back to the Sooner dugout. Elder has slid in at first base and has a great start to the season. Has hit in all but 2 games. Went 2 for 3 yesterday with a run scored against McNeese State. She digs back in with a runner at second and 1 out. The 1-0. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. We finally took care of all of our pregame responsibilities. This game has been shot out of a cannon early. The 2-0 is in for a strike, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 4-zip Sooners. We're in the top of the second inning. Texas State has a runner at second with 1 out. Ground ball back to the circle. They got the runner caught between second and third. The throw to Johns, a little pickle being played. Fake throw, well out of the baseline is the runner. Now they're going to throw out the runner at second. No, she said. Literally, Anna Jones went running out towards left field. And they got her between second and third, but Elder was able to hustle on the fielder's choice and get to second. And now 2 out for Claire Gender, the second baseman. Still has a runner at second. Here's the first pitch to Gender, swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. To Claire Gender. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Beautiful drop. No balls and 2 strikes. Four-zip Sooners. We're in the top of the second. 2-run homer from Jocelyn Allo. 2-run home run from Taylon Snow. Runner at second. 2 outs. The 0-2 from May. Another one of those check swing foul tips. I didn't mean to. The second time that's happened to Texas State. Only 2 hits in the first inning for the Sooners. The walks really hurt Jessica Mullins. They're both home runs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. I'm so glad they left her in. 2 strikeouts already for Nicole May. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Oklahoma leads it 4-0. That looks to be the only change that they've made. Yeah, it is. Infield stays the same. Pardon me, Mullins. No. Infield stays the same. New pitcher is Glindy, excuse me. The first pitch is low to Alyssa Brito, who gets the start. I still can't believe some fan was yelling, "Keep her in the game, coach," whenever the first circle visit was made for Nicole May. What is going on here? The 1-0 is in for a strike to Brito. Alyssa Brito's had a good start to the season with a couple of hits. The batting average won't wow anyone, but she's hit the ball hard. 1 ball, 1 strike, including a home run that was launched out of here yesterday. The 1-1, in for a strike, 1-2. They still haven't adjusted the new pitcher on the live stats, just a heads up on that. For those of you that are following along in that capacity, here's the 1-2. Nice off speed that just misses. Hung up a little bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, two strikes. 4-zip, the Sooners lead it. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch to Brito. Low, ball 3. 2 home runs for the Sooners here today, as we mentioned, puts them at 23 for the season. Launch to the future with the long ball. Pledge to donate for every home run that OU softball hits in 2022. I'll tell you about that after this 3-2 pitch to Brito, up high, ball 4. The pledge is 100% tax deductible and helps supports Oklahoma softball. SoonerClub.com/launchpad. Here's Lou Donahue. There we go. So the new pitcher finally announced as Lou Donahue digs in. Here's the first pitch to the Sooner right fielder today, and she pops it up in center field. Easy play for Randolph, who camps under it, makes the catch, and there's one away. Tiare Jennings. Third inning shout-outs coming up. I see our buddy Michael in El Dorado Hills up early. Davey Phillips and his fam watching from Mustang. Good to see Christy McMurphy already checking in. Man Phil Lyons tuned in just in time for the bomb from Talon Snow. Jennings walked her first time up and was caught stealing. First pitch low for a ball. Mark Worley in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Traylon DeCurr watching from Moore. Charisse in Austin. Val and Jay tuned in Norman. The 1-0 is line deep to center field, and that's over the batter's eye. Long gone from Tiare Jennings. It's 6-zip Sooners. Their third. Wow. Make that 24 home runs on the season for Sooner hitters. And for Tiare Jennings, her 5th home run of the season. Cue the boombox. Home run brought to you by Whataburger. Get your Whataburger favorites without leaving the driver's seat. Just download the app to get started. Jada Coleman walked and scored on Jocelyn Alo's home run. First pitch, bunts it foul. A little up and in. One of the first games in college softball to get started today. A lot of action still going on in the St. Pete Clearwater Invitational. Get your score updates, including Oklahoma State Northwestern. Wow, that game's already in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1, low and away. Saw my buddy Doug Hamilton check in. Broken arrow. Well, he's got a keen eye on that one. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Look like Oklahoma State is about to knock off Northwestern. It's 4-3. Cowgirls lead it. Miranda Ellish. Complete game. Coleman pops one up behind us. Well out of play. Hits off the top of the press box. Rolling around. Whitley Simmons was on dome patrol there. Make sure we didn't get hit in the head with anything. So one other final from Big 12 play. Texas Tech was in action this morning. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Coleman. Reaches, pokes it into center field for a base hit. Texas Tech fell to LSU 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Clemson leads Washington 1-0. All right, here we go. Jocelyn Alo homered in her first at bat. She steps in with a chance for college softball immortality. With a runner at first and 1 out, the Sooners on top 6-0. Line drive right at Vanderford at third. Caught it off the fly, threw over to try to double off Coleman, but Coleman slides back in. She hit it hard. There's 2 away. Jana Johns strides to the plate. 1 pitch, and it was hammered. But it was right at the third baseman, Vanderford. Texas State on its second pitcher in as many innings. First pitch to Johns is high for a ball. Jana popped out first base her last time up. She bats with a runner at first and 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Lindy is headed home. The righty rocks and fires, and this one's fouled back as well. The atmosphere we had for Game 2 yesterday was truly something special. One of the biggest crowds they've had in the history of Houston softball. And there wasn't space to be found anywhere. It was awesome. The Sooner fans were rolling. The 1-1 falls in for strike 2. Good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johns has been all over the highlight reels with some of the defensive plays that the senior third baseman has made. Here's a 1-2. Bounce towards third. Tough play. Short hop by Vanderford. Throws across and gets the out. Inning over. And the Sooners add another run on the 2-run bomb by T.R.A. Jennings. And we head to the third. It's Oklahoma 6, Texas State 0. Utilize resources for the development of student athletes, facility upgrades to enhance recruiting and the overall student athlete experience, and quality to travel to increase academic participation by our student athletes. First pitch is a little up to Hannah Earls for ball 1 from Nicole May. As always, you can let us know where you're listening from at OU On The Air. That's at OU On The Air. Granny Karen was first in it this morning. Papa Dwayne checking in from St. Cloud, Florida. 1-0, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball 2-0. Kelly Walker is already checked in. I like this from Sherry Berger, who tweeted run rule territory. That's what I think when the Sooners come up to bat in the first inning. Well, they did put 4 on the board in the first. It was a hard hit ball foul. My wife's roommate when we met was named Sherry Berger. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume this is a different Sherry Berger. Are you serious? Patrick Dunn just shared a note on Jocelyn Allo's 95th home run and the ball. It's gone. And not just out of the stadium. The 2-1 pitch, low, skips away from Hansen, 3. So we've talked about the setting. If you're watching on Sooner Sports TV, see the gray fence with a batter's eye. There is another fence, a chain link fence, beyond that wall in right field, a more concrete wall behind the left field in the scoreboard. And that ball cleared the batter's eye, cleared the second fence. 3-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. When it cleared the second fence, home run ball number 95 history rolled into a storm drain. Houston has people down there now to try to retrieve it. The 3-2 fouled straight back. Kind of a gutter area. So she not only hit it out of the stadium, but it rolled into one of the drains along the side of the road. So they've got city workers down to retrieve it. The 3-2. Swinging him. Oh, she got a piece of it to stay alive. Count remains full. How about that? So no home run ball to share yet. I think, too, it's kind of like the Death Star. There's only like one area where it could actually land and do that. 3-2 again. Popped up foul and well out of play. That is hilarious. Straight down Lindsay writes, it's okay to say we're in run rule territory, even if it's only at the end of the second. Listen, run rule zone is the new term I'm going to use. I kind of like that. I had many of y'all, including you had me questioning myself yesterday. Swing and a miss on the 3-2 pitch. Strikeout number 3. Kylie George steps to the plate. Doc Coiner checking in. Sunday breakfast with Sooner softball. Chris Emerson listening in Jinx America. Jessica Boehm up, taking in history from Galloway, Ohio today. Swing and miss. On the first pitch to the left-handed hitting George. It's a good question from Aaron Korstjens. Right, so the entire gray fence is the batter's eye. Now, they consider there's a level above the gray fence that spans from right field to left field that is positioned like a batter's eye. The 0-1 is high. It's one of the widest batter eyes I've ever seen. And there is a painting that says Houston spelled out with the red background, Houston, the letters in white, and the city's kind of landscape. The skyline, thank you, Pat. There's a line drive into center field, falls for a hit. Skyline was the word I was looking for. But the skyline painted in black. There's 2 Cougar logos on each side. And it's one of the widest batter eyes I've ever seen. And there's even an area where they put TV cameras and scouting cameras between where that eye is and where the actual fence is. So there's, I don't know, what would you say, Whitley? What's that gap? About a 10-foot gap between the fence and the batter's eye. Here's the leadoff hitter, Piper Randolph. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Good question. So, yeah, that whole area that you see, and the reason it's as wide as it is there is an apartment complex they just built. There's traffic that rolls back through there. There's all kinds of distractions, I guess is the best way to put it. The 0-1 pitch is low, 1-1. And it is definitely everywhere in center field. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to the left-handed hitting Randolph, swing and a miss, 1-2. 6-0 Sooners. We're in the third. 6 runs on 4 hits for the Sooners. 3 of those 4 hits are 2-run home runs. 1 by Tiare Jennings, 1 by Taylon Snow, and 1 by Jocelyn Alo. Here's the 1-2. Check swing on a rise. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, it's chilly. Seems like a little cooler out now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. May rocks and fires. Hard hit ball to short. This could be 2. To second for 1 to first. She beats it out. 2 outs for Ciara Trey. Randolph reaches on the fielder's choice. Paulie is cheering from OKC today. Jeremy and Elizabeth checking in on Elizabeth's birthday. Happy birthday, Liz. Ralph and Owasso. Princess J is tuned in to watch Jossie break the record from New York. First pitch to Trahan is low for a ball. Lisa asks a good question. Lowe was in Texas when she hit 91, wasn't she? Yes, she was. She was in Denton, Texas when the record was broken. As the 1-0 pitch is looked at foul down the left side and out of play. Great memory, Lisa G. Double Barrel is watching from Demo's Smoke Shack in Norman. Oh, that sounds good. J.L. Brown is checked in. Joanne McGuire with Ruan, the Cousins. There's a line drive that could be trouble down the left field line. It's foul. Alyssa Brito went diving after it, but she realized she had room in foul territory. Steven asks a good question. Is Alo's family there? Yes, they are. I haven't seen Jossie's mom, but I've seen her dad and her grandparents, and I think she's got a cousin that's here as well. They're all going to be in Palm Springs. So, and then everyone's going to be in Hawaii in a couple of weeks. Actually talking to Levi about that before the game. That's her dad. The 1-2 is up high, 2-2. I got to tell you something. I love this. I love her family so much. They're such good people. I saw Levi before the game, and history? And he goes, she'll get it at some point. Like, if I was at that, I'd be pacing, biting nails, maybe crying if anyone asked me about it. And he's just a calm, cool dude. The 2-2 pitch. Up high, runner goes, throw down, not in time. Good throw, good tag. Randolph just beat it. And for Piper Randolph, that's her first stolen base of the season. Man, Texas State has not been afraid to run on the Sooners here. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Trahan. OU on top, 6-0. Here's the pitch from May. Swing and a miss, doesn't matter, inning over. Strikeout number 4 for Nicole May. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Oklahoma on top of Texas State, 6-0. Sooner runs have come courtesy of the long ball, and now we have another warning from home plate umpire Guerrera Baldomar, and it looked to be very directed at Ricky Woodard. That's the second time that he's turned over and has had something to say to the Texas State dugout. At least on that first pitch, I mean, there's been some tough calls against Texas State. The 1-0 is fouled back. A couple of pitches that were borderline. I think about the 3-2 pitch to Jada Coleman. But, I mean, for the most part, that first pitch to Kinsey Hansen was without a doubt low for a ball. So maybe it's just carried over, and can't say I blame Coach Woodard. Trying to do anything to get the team inspired after falling behind here 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hansen. Oklahoma State has indeed wrapped up the win over Northwestern. Beat them 4-3. Kelly Maxwell gets the win. Finishes it off. Miranda Ellis gets the win. Improved to 2-3 on the season. Good win for Oklahoma State after a tough day yesterday. 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. In fact, it was a bad day for the Big 12 yesterday. The only team that won was us. That was in action. Texas Tech just lost to LSU this morning, 2-0. Texas is trailing Notre Dame in the bottom of the 2nd inning, 1-0. Hansen grounds one back up the middle and through into center field. 5th hit of the game for the Sooners, first for Kinsey Hansen. Gives us an opportunity to catch back up on our 3rd inning shoutouts. Casey Schuyler and fam listening in. Jana Gomez and Gary in Fort Worth. Lynn Bybee, Idaho Falls, Idaho today. As Patty Gasso walks out, we're going to see a pinch runner. Hannah Core is going to pinch run at first. So Core will pinch run at first. Big Zilla and Ada. C. Mills checking in while driving and listening. Andy's watching the home run derby from Norman. Kayla in Jonesboro, Georgia. Garrett Fish checking in from Chino Hills, California, home of Taylon Snow. And the Boise Bullmans are checking in to congratulate their home run queen, Jocelyn Allo and Lauren Chamberlain. All the greats. Brad Lentz from Alexis, Illinois. Florida Sooner in New Smyrna Beach. How about that? Long look down to Patty Gasso from Taylon Snow, who hasn't dug in yet, as Core is running at first base. Let's see what Patty Gasso has up her sleeve. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Jalen's listening in Waco. Lori Morse got up early in California. Boomer and McLean checking in from Bixby. Nathan at Southwest Oklahoma City. Johnny and Robin King, Soldier Creek, Kingston, Oklahoma. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Core got chased back to the bat. True Sooners checking in. Haley Heron up early and watching from Wayne, Oklahoma. Got to get that sign up for Cece. Let's go. The 0-2. Reaches, pops it up. Could be trouble in a shallow left field. It hits off the glove of Vanderford, the third baseman. It's a fair ball. She was ranging out to try to make an over-the-shoulder play. Had a good beat on it. And then it just skipped right out of her glove. And now runners at first and second. After the error allows Snow to reach. Second error of the game on Texas State. And here's Grace Lyons. Lyons grounded out to third her last time up. First pitch in for a strike. Oh, okay. I didn't get mad about that. Oh, they're going to give her a single. Okay, we'll take it. It was a tough play. I mean, it was an over-the-shoulder play. Usually sometimes when it hits the glove, maybe they'll rule an error, but it was a tough play. We'll take the hit. Lyons bunts it foul. Ball and a strike. Stacy Rydell in Arlington today. Teresa Lakin in Del City. Bobby Spencer in Illinois. Winston Sauls in Borger, Texas. Jessica and Michael watching from Blackwell this morning. The Showmans in Indy. Kendrick Mewborn in Frisco. Deb and Dan watching in Maysville. Hurst is listening in while watching the games in Clearwater. Here's the 1-1. In for a strike, 1-2. Tarlis checked in from Newalla. Scott Austin, another listener in Medill. Oh, I can't forget my man Joe Fournier. He's watching and listening in Pensacola, Florida this morning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Sky to center field, but not deep enough. Randolph is under it, makes the catch. Core fakes a tag at second and goes back. There's one way, and here's Alyssa Brito. I like what Chris Brazel asked on Twitter. Did everyone rearrange their schedule to watch Jossie? I think so. OU Architect is in Krakow, Poland. Eddie and Steve Gross listening from Anaheim. What a day. Brett Leverage in Manhattan. How about that? Here's Alyssa Brito. Walked in, scored on Tiare Jennings' home run in the second. Takes the first pitch for strike one. We always appreciate the shout-outs. Thank you so much. Thanks to Physical and to the OU Trophy Club. I hope everyone will check it out at Soonersports.com/Trophy Club. Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt. Really nice job. Behind the plate by, that's still Rogers back there behind home plate? Yes, it is. Good job by Caitlin Rogers, the left-handed throwing catcher, to get in front of that. Here's the 1-1. Popped into shallow left field. This could be trouble. It falls. It's fair. They'll hold Core at third, and the bases are loaded for Lou Donahue. Back-to-back hits to start the inning by Hanson and Snow. And then after the deep flyout, Alyssa Brito singles. Here's Lou Donahue. Flying out to deep center field her last time up. (6-0) Sooners. 7 hits now for Oklahoma. Here's the first pitch to Lou. It's a little up, ball one. Boy, Oklahoma can drive a stake through this one. The 1-0 is in for a strike. Jocelyn Allo is fourth up this inning. One ball, one strike, 6-zip Sooners. Lou looking to add to it here. She's 0 for 1. The pitch. A little up. 2 balls and a strike. You know, part of what's made this probably so frustrating right now for Ricky Woodard, the head coach, is how really good Rogers is at framing pitches behind home plate. She's done a really nice job. 2-1. Fouled off the catcher's mitt. 2-2 count. Lou is so cool. I can't think of really any other way to describe it. Just nothing much seems to bother her. She was watching other games last night while we were having dinner, engaged in them. She's just a cool customer. She's got a 2-2 count here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big fist pump from Glindy in the circle, and there's 2 away. And here comes Tiare Jennings. You would think that this is a 2-1 game with how the intensity is from Texas State. Things you love to see. Here's Tiare Jennings. She homered her last time up. The first pitch is lifted pretty deep to right field. Not going to be deep enough. Racing over is George to make the catch. And the inning is over. The Sooners strand the bases loaded in the third. We head to the fourth. It's all Sooners. Oklahoma 6, Texas State 0. I mean, honestly. Jerry Askins, how about that, on the drive from Duncan to OKC, and Isaac McGee in East Rapids, Michigan, as we head to the fourth, and the Sooners lead it 6-0. First pitch of the fourth inning is a little out for a ball to the third baseman, Sarah Vanderford. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Sooners, no runs for Texas State, but they have pounded out 2 hits. No defensive changes for the Sooners. Here's the 1-0 from May. In for a strike. Colin Crumley is checked in from Talon Snow Country, Chino Hills. Jet City Gin's already tuned in. Dr. Susan Walden. Here's the 1-1. That's a little up, 2-1. Apparently the man who is in charge of assigning umpires here in this state is listening in behind us. So he just said this man will never umpire another game in Texas. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Brooke Eldridge is checked in from Cape Town, South Africa. Addison's watching from Nuwala. Lexington, Texas. All over the globe. What a day. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Hit hard to right field, but under it is Lou. Makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Anna Jones, the DP, has the only hit of the game, or one of the 2 hits of the game for Texas State. She strides to the plate. I think inconsistent is a fair word for today's strike zone. But in all honesty, it's kind of worked both ways. As Nicole May brings home the first pitch, it's up high for ball 1. Ricky Woodard in her 22nd year at Texas State stands in the third base coach's box across from Scott Woodard at Texas State after a couple of seasons at UAB. The 1-0 bounced towards second. Easy play for Jennings, 2 away. Mentioned this earlier, but Scott was part of that Auburn coaching staff. 13-17, the Sooners, seemed like we saw Auburn nonstop in 16 and 17. Played him in the championship series. Played him to start the 2017 season after the 16 national title. First pitch to Rogers is low for a ball. And then ended up playing them in the Super Regionals whenever Oklahoma had to travel to Auburn. Sooners were outside that top 8 seed, and that was a raucous environment. No, you went and swept 2 games. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. And Scott Woodard was a part of that staff, and his final year at Auburn was 17. He's coaching first base and an integral part of this Texas State program. Second-year pitching coach Paige McDuffie, too. Went to Florida State. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Texas State was the team a couple years ago that had themselves a hurler in Randy Rupp. She was something else. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You name a Texas State pitching record, she has it. The pitch popped up. That's out of play behind us. If you're just tuning in and maybe with this odd 10 a.m. start time, not able to hear early, Jocelyn Allo has tied Lauren Chamberlain's mark at 95. The 1-2. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Hansen pops out, throws to first. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down. On top of Texas State, 6-0. It'll be Jada Coleman, Jocelyn Allo, and Jana Johns. First pitch to the left-handed hitting center fielder is in for a strike. Coleman walked in the first and scored on the Allo home run. Singled in the second and was stranded. 1 for 2 for Coleman. One pitch misses low. Lauren Chamberlain broke Stacy Newman's record, hitting 91 in Texas, in Denton, Texas. The 1-1 pitch is bounced to second. Nice play charging by Hinder, throws to first, one away. Here's Allo. Could Jocelyn Allo hit 96 in Texas? Find out. Allo hit one that cleared every fence in this stadium in the first inning. She then hit a laser to third base in the second. She's 1 for 2 with a home run. First pitch, foul tipped into the mid of Rogers for strike one. Six runs on 7 hits for the Sooners. Texas State has put a couple runners in scoring position, but has just 2 hits. Here's the 0-1. Drops in a little out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch. One ball, 1 strike to Jocelyn Allo. Here comes the 1-1. Low and away, 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike, 1 out. 6-zip Sooners. Allo trying to make the home run record all her own. Here's the pitch. Line shot, caught at third by Vanderford again. 2-way. Boy, Allo has hit 2 lasers to third. Vanderford has made both plays. 2-way for Jana Johns, and she'll walk down to third base. Jana Johns started to walk down to third base, pointed to Patty Gasso to see if she wanted to slow things down or not. And Coach shook her head no and just pointed her back to the batter's box. Johns is 0 for 2. Here's the first pitch. Popped up. Is he going to stay in play? Yes, it is, and it's dropped. Dropped by the catcher, Rogers. Texas State could have had its first 1-2-3 inning, but Rogers dropped the pop-up behind home plate. No balls and a strike, 6-zip Sooners. 6 runs on 7 hits. Jana Johns looking for her first hit of the game. Pop out to first, a ground out to third. The 0-1. Got fooled a bit on an off speed, but it misses low. I think the home plate umpire's been a little fooled by the off speed today, to be honest. And that's all that Presley Glindy has been throwing. It's kind of been a little juice and then a little off speed. Here's the 1-1. A little check swing, right field, falling fast, but racing in is George to make the catch. And the Sooners go in order for the first time today. 3 up and 3 down. We head to the 5th. Oklahoma 6, Texas State nothing. This 40 of them were strikes. Ball will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. 6, 7, and 8, excuse me. Danny Elder, the League City, Texas product, will lead it off. Texas A&M transfer takes the first pitch up for ball 1. Ball on the season, 4-0. In 19 and a third innings, she's allowed just 6 hits, 1 run, an unearned run, striking out 33 and walking just 4. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball, backhanded by Johns, throws across the diamond, and she got her. Are you kidding me? Janet Johns again. Wow. Backhanded it, falling into foul territory, gets as much on it as she can, and retires Elder. Give her the gold glove now. Just end it. It's over. Here's Claire Gender. Ball swings that right arm. Brings it home. Up high, ball one. That was a very illegal pitch from Jordy Ball, by the way. We haven't had it called yet this year, or yet this weekend. But she had launched that right leg that umpires will be looking at. The 1-0 is fouled off. One thing I've noticed too, man, Jordy has some pop. Whenever she comes off the rubber, she explodes off the rubber. I mean, she nearly hits the front edge of the circle. In fact, she does. Ball stares into the Sooner dugout to get the sign she's ready. A ball and a strike with one out here in the fifth. 6-0 Sooners, the pitch. Called strike, 1-2. See, the problem is you have this dope behind us that keeps calling for the illegal pitch whenever now she's dragging her foot, so she's doing it right. They saw the adjustment after the first pitch, and she made it. There's nothing illegal about what she's doing now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Foul back. $19 now and 2/3 of an inning. The Sooners, since the start for Jordy Ball without an earned run. The Sooners as a staff now into game number 10 have not allowed an earned run this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Ball. Here it comes. Called strike 3. Right down Lindsay. A pumped up Jordy Ball pumps her fist in the circle. 2 away. Here's Hannah Earls, the shortstop. I don't know if I've ever seen a fan base constantly and consistently blame a 6-0 deficit on the umpires as much as Texas State Bobcat fans have. We're going to have our first pinch hitter of the game as Texas State will go to the bench. Samara Lagway will get an opportunity. Hal Smith Restaurants brings you our pinch hitters this season. Feature game day cravings with a wide variety of restaurants available across the Midwest. Visit HalSmithRestaurants.com for our list of restaurants. Here's Samara Lagway. Right-handed hitter out of Willis, Texas. See if she stays in the game after she takes the first pitch high for a ball. She's pinch hitting here for Hannah Earls, who struck out in her only at bat in the third. 1 ball, no strikes. Kylie George waits on deck. Here's the 1-0. A little up, 2-0. I'm telling you what, I'm watching that first base umpire, too. He is staring in. Jason Jones over at first, and Kinsey Hansen is going to have a Walden Cleaner circle visit. He is staring in, watching. He's got a keen eye on it. I'm going to break out the binoculars. We'll see what we can see. See if that foot is coming out of contact with the dirt. Now Ball's going to take a little step back. 6-0 Sooners. Now Ball walks to the back of the circle again. Home plate umpire is ready after time was called by Lagway. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. It's okay, I'm telling you right now. And she keeps that foot dragging. She's doing a really good job of it here. Two balls and a strike. 2 out, 6-0. Ball rocks and fires up high, 3-1. She's dragging the foot, Burrow. Sorry. Be mad. But Ball's more frustrated here with falling behind 3 balls and a strike as she stalks around the circle. Now toes the rubber and stares in. Here it comes. Ground ball to short, back up. Lyons, gloves, throws high. Did Diener stay on the back? She did. Inning over. And a huge stretch by Taylon Snow sends the Sooners to the bottom of the 5th inning with Jordy Ball setting him down in order. 3 up and 3 down. Yeah, to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oklahoma with a chance to walk it off. Leads it 6-0. The 6-0 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Kinsey Hansen will lead it off. Remember Communication Federal, Oklahoma's #1 credit union for all of your family's financial needs. University of Oklahoma, Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Rib Crib, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, McAllister's Deli, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. First pitch to Hansen is a little up for ball 1. Kinsey Hansen on the day is 1 for 2, singled, reached on an error in the first, one of, well, the only error that Texas State has committed. Scored on the 2-run home run by Taylon Snow. Here's the 1-0 to Hansen. High. 2 balls and no strikes. Sooner softball brought to you by OG&E. We energize life. And by Bud Light. This year, it's for the fans. Two balls and no strikes. 3. Missed outside. So the Sooner numbers this year continue to be jaw-dropping. Through now 9 games and 4.5 innings, Sooners are outscoring their opponents 93-2 as the 3-0 pitch is in for a strike, 3-1. And if they can add 2 more here and end it, 95-2. I'm looking ahead a little bit here. Let's focus on the now. This game has been clipping along at a pretty good pace. It's usually a sign that things will slow down here. Hansen pops it up on the infield. Easy play for Vanderford, who is under it and makes the catch. That is now 5 straight retired by Presley Glendy. 6 of the last 7. The last Sooner base runner came in the 3rd on a 1-out single by Alyssa Brito. Here's Taylon Snow. She's 2 for 2 with a home run. Here's the first pitch. That misses low, ball 1. If this game ends up, Sooners continue to struggle at the plate, Allo could conceivably bat again in the 6th or 7th as the 1-0 pitch is high to him. I saw Megan Wiggins tweeted and the great G. Juarez retweeted it. The 2-0 pitch, speaking of Allo, is low, ball 3. Finding a home run clip from 1 through 96 when it happens. Sincerely, all of the softball world. And G. Juarez says number 29 checking in here, and I would also like to see that. The 3-0 is up high, ball 4. Well, Grace Lyons represents what could be a walk-off game-winning run here for the Sooners. See, G, what was that? In the College World Series, Arizona State and Oklahoma played in an elimination game on that Saturday. That was an incredible day. Sooners beat Arizona State and Florida to stay alive. First pitch is hammered deep to left field. Walk it off! Walk it off, Grace Lyons. A home run over the left field wall by Grace Lyons in Oklahoma. wins it in run rule fashion by the final score of 8-0. That's 6 straight wins in run rule fashion. And chalk up another one in the win column. Oklahoma now 10-0 on this season. Our final score on the Grace Lions walk-off, Oklahoma 8, Texas State 0. The Bud Light postgame show is next.